If your erections aren't what they used to be, the real problem isn't what you think it is. For over a decade, I've watched hundreds of men over 60 walk into my office feeling defeated, ashamed, convinced they're broken. And almost all of them were making the same mistake. They blamed their age when the actual culprit was silent, invisible, working from the inside. Because what destroys your ability to get hard isn't the years you've lived, it's the blood that stopped flowing. And once you understand that, once you learn how to reopen those blocked pathways, everything comes back. The firmness, the sensation, the confidence, sometimes even stronger than you remember. I'm Dr. Natalia Parker, and I'm going to explain this with complete clarity. Here's what shocks most men. The solution for many of my patients started with something so ordinary that almost nobody believes it. 4 common fruits you probably already have sitting in your kitchen right now. And before you dismiss this, before you think this is too simple to work, let me tell you what's really happening inside your body at this exact moment. Because what you're experiencing isn't just about intimacy. It's an early warning system that most men ignore until it's too late. When a man loses the ability to achieve firm erections, your body isn't just complaining about getting older. It's screaming an alarm about something far more serious. The arteries in your penis are the smallest in the human body, less than 2 millimeters in diameter. So when circulation starts to decline, when fat deposits, inflammation, and blood sugar begin clogging your vessels, these tiny arteries are the first ones to get blocked. Long before your heart, long before your brain, long before any severe symptoms show up. Which means erectile difficulty isn't the end, it's the beginning. Your body is warning you that something bigger is happening on the inside. And if you ignore that warning, if you assume it's just part of aging and do nothing, the same problems blocking circulation in your penis will start blocking other arteries, bigger arteries, more dangerous arteries. And that's when the consequences become life-threatening. But here's the part that changes everything. If the problem is circulation, then improving circulation can reverse it all. And that's exactly where these 4 fruits come in. Each one works in a different way to open those pathways, to clean those arteries, to reactivate blood flow exactly where you need it most. Now, these 4 fruits act directly on the microscopic blood vessels in your penis, the same ones that start getting clogged years before any other symptom appears. When these vessels become blocked, it doesn't matter how much you want it, doesn't matter how hard you try. Without blood flow, there's no erection. But there's a way back, and it doesn't involve medication, injections, or surgery. It involves what you eat, because when you clean those tiny arteries, when you reactivate circulation exactly where it matters most, your body responds. Fast, naturally, without side effects. Some men feel changes within days, others within weeks. And one of these fruits works so quickly that you might feel results in less than half an hour. But before I show you which fruits these are and how they work, I need you to understand something. What's happening to you is not normal just because other men experience it too. It's not inevitable, and it's definitely not irreversible. I've seen men at 70, 75, even 82 years old regain firm, complete erections without taking a single blue pill. So, if you're feeling like a failure, if you're avoiding intimacy, if you're afraid to try again and fail, I need you to know this. There is real hope based on science, based on results, and you're going to understand all of it in the next few minutes. The first fruit is pomegranate, and the reason it works so well is pure chemistry. Pomegranate is loaded with an antioxidant called punicalagin, which increases nitric oxide levels in your body. And nitric oxide is the chemical signal that relaxes blood vessels, opens arteries, allows blood to flow at full force. Without enough nitric oxide, it doesn't matter how aroused you are, doesn't matter how much you want it, the blood simply won't reach where it needs to go. But when you consume pomegranate regularly, when you supply your body with these powerful antioxidants, nitric oxide levels rise, arteries relax, flow increases, and erections return. One of my patients, I'll call him Robert, was 65 and hadn't managed a complete erection in over a year. He came to my office devastated, convinced he'd never experience real intimacy again. We discussed medication, but he didn't want it. He was afraid of side effects. So I suggested he start drinking a glass of pure pomegranate juice every day. no sugar, just the fruit. 3 weeks later, he returned, and the expression on his face said everything. Dr. Parker, it works. I didn't believe it at first, but it works. And he wasn't just talking about erections. He said he felt more energized, more awake, more present. Because pomegranate doesn't just improve circulation in your penis, it improves circulation throughout your entire body heart, brain, muscles, everything. And here's a critical detail: pomegranate also has proven effects on prostate health. So, if you're dealing with urinary difficulties, if you're waking up multiple times at night to use the bathroom, if you're feeling like your stream is weaker, this fruit can help with both problems simultaneously. You can consume it 3 ways: pure juice, fresh seeds, or blended into smoothies. The important thing is that it's natural. No boxed juice full of sugar. The purer, the better the result. But pomegranate is just the beginning. Because the next fruit I'm going to show you works even faster. It contains a specific amino acid that your body converts directly into fuel for circulation. And when you eat it at the right time, especially at night, the effects can begin in less than 30 minutes. Let me show you. The second fruit is watermelon. And if you think it's just water and sugar, you're completely wrong. Because watermelon carries one of the most powerful natural compounds for erections that exists: L-citrulline. When you eat watermelon, L-citrulline enters your body and is converted into L-arginine, which in turn increases nitric oxide production. The same chemical mechanism that erectile medications use. Except here it's natural. No prescription, no side effects, no headaches, no dizziness, no blurred vision. Just results. And there's more. The L-citrulline in watermelon doesn't just act on blood vessels in your penis, it improves general circulation, reduces blood pressure, and increases physical stamina. I had a retired police officer patient who started eating watermelon every day before bed. He told me, "Doc, I thought it would be nonsense, but within 2 weeks I already felt a difference. And it wasn't just in bed, it was in my energy, in my stamina, even in my sleep quality. Because when your body is well oxygenated, when blood circulates properly, everything works better." Now, there's a right way to consume watermelon to maximize the effect. First, prefer eating the whole fruit instead of juice. Second, consume it at night, a few hours before bed. Third, include the white part too, the one between the rind and the red flesh. That's where the highest concentration of L-citrulline is found. Most people throw away exactly the most powerful part. If you don't like the taste, blend it with lemon and a bit of ginger. It tastes good and works even better. And here's something I've learned over time. Watermelon alone already makes a difference. But when you combine it with the next fruit I'm going to show you, the effect multiplies. Because this third fruit contains a rare antioxidant so potent that it not only improves circulation, but also helps naturally elevate testosterone. It's a small fruit. You've probably eaten it 1,000 times, but when you understand the power it has, you'll never look at it the same way again. Comment below where you're watching this from, because I get messages from men all over the country going through exactly this. And knowing you're here is already a huge step. This fruit is dark grapes, and their secret lies in a compound called resveratrol, which works on 3 fronts simultaneously. First, it relaxes blood vessels and improves blood flow. Second, it reduces chronic inflammation that damages arteries over the years. Third, it supports natural testosterone production. So you're not just improving circulation, you're attacking the problem from all sides. I had a 71-year-old patient, married for almost 50 years, who came to my office feeling completely shut down. He had no energy, no desire, no motivation for anything, and he thought that was just how it was, that it was the end of the line. But when we started investigating, we found his testosterone was low and circulation was poor too. So along with other adjustments, I asked him to start eating a small handful of dark grapes every day. After a month, he came back different. Lighter, more present, more himself. And it wasn't just an impression. Tests showed improvement in testosterone and inflammatory markers. The resveratrol in dark grapes acts slowly, but it acts deeply. It's not an instant change, it's a gradual reconstruction. And the longer you maintain this habit, the stronger the result becomes. You can eat fresh grapes, freeze them, and eat as dessert. or add them to salads. The important thing is that they're dark. Green grapes don't have the same concentration of resveratrol. The darker the skin, the better. And now we arrive at the fourth fruit. This one is even more common. You probably have it in your kitchen right now. Many people have it for breakfast without knowing the good they're doing, because this fruit acts like a natural cleaner for arteries. It removes inflammation, strengthens blood vessel walls, and improves arterial flexibility. And when arteries become more flexible, blood flows better. Simple as that. The fourth fruit is citrus. Orange, lemon, grapefruit, tangerine. All of them carry powerful flavonoids, especially one called hesperidin, which strengthens blood vessels from the inside out. And this is crucial because it's no use just opening the vessels if they remain weak, inflamed, damaged. You need to rebuild the structure, and citrus does exactly that. It reduces oxidative stress, lowers blood pressure, and improves arterial elasticity, all at the same time. I always tell my patients your arteries are like garden hoses. If they're clogged, flow doesn't pass through. But if they're rigid, cracked, damaged, even if you unclog them, flow remains weak. You need both things, cleaning and flexibility, and citrus delivers that. One of my longest-standing patients, a retired engineer, always had a glass of fresh orange juice every day, pure, no sugar, no concentrate, and at 68, he had the circulation of someone 10 years younger. It wasn't luck, it was habit. Now there's a right way to consume citrus. Prefer the whole fruit instead of just juice. That way you also benefit from the fiber that helps control blood sugar. If you're going to have juice, make it fresh and drink it right away. The fresher, the better. And if you want to enhance the effect even more, add some ginger or turmeric. These two ingredients have anti-inflammatory properties that perfectly complement citrus action. So, recapping, pomegranate to increase nitric oxide, watermelon to elevate L-citrulline, dark grapes for resveratrol and testosterone, citrus to clean and strengthen arteries. 4 fruits, 4 mechanisms, 1 goal, reactivate blood flow where you need it most. And when you put all this together, when you consume these fruits regularly, you're not just improving erections, you're protecting your heart, brain, energy, mood. You're rebuilding the health of your entire body. But here's the complete truth. The fruits alone already make a big difference. But if you want to maximize results, if you want to recover full function as quickly as possible, you need to combine them with some simple habits. And no, I'm not talking about the gym, crazy diets, nothing complicated. I'm talking about small adjustments any man can make that multiply the effect of everything we've talked about so far. The first habit is movement. And I don't need you to run a marathon, I just need you to walk 20 minutes a day. Can be morning, afternoon, evening, doesn't matter. The important thing is that you move your body. Because when you walk, you force your heart to pump blood faster. You make blood vessels expand, you activate circulation naturally, and the more you do this, the easier it becomes for blood to flow when you really need it. I had a 69-year-old patient who started walking after breakfast and after dinner. Half an hour a day total. Within 3 weeks, he noticed morning erections were firmer. Within 2 months, he was having complete erections during intimacy again, and he didn't change anything else, just started walking. The second habit is hydration. Seems obvious, but most men over 60 live dehydrated and don't even realize it. And blood is 90% water. If you don't drink enough water, blood becomes thick, slow, difficult to circulate. So drink water. Several glasses throughout the day, especially in the morning when you wake up. And if you don't like plain water, add lemon, add cucumber, add mint, make it tasty, but drink. The third habit is sleep. While you sleep, your body regulates testosterone, repairs blood vessels, balances hormones. If you sleep poorly, if you snore loudly, if you wake up tired, you're sabotaging everything. Try to sleep at least 7 hours a night. And if you suspect you have sleep apnea, see a specialist because apnea destroys testosterone and circulation at the same time. And the last habit, cut what's destroying your arteries. Processed meat, fried food, excessive alcohol. These 3 are circulation's biggest enemies. They inflame arteries, accumulate fat on vessel walls, block blood flow. You don't need to be perfect, but you need to be consistent. If you eat well 5 days and destroy everything on the weekend, results won't come. So, summarizing, Eat the 4 fruits, walk every day, drink water, sleep well, cut what harms you. 5 simple actions. Nothing extreme, nothing impossible, just discipline, just consistency. And if you do this, if you really take it seriously, I guarantee that within a few weeks, you'll start feeling different. It's not a magic promise, it's biology. It's your body responding to what it's needed for years. Now, you might be wondering how long it takes, when will I see results? And the honest answer is, it depends. Some men feel changes within days, others take weeks, others need months. Because every body is different, every level of blockage is different, every lifestyle is different. But I can tell you one thing with absolute certainty: if you don't start, nothing will change. If you keep eating poorly, staying sedentary, dehydrated, sleeping badly, 6 months from now, you'll be worse. Not the same. Worse. Because time doesn't stop, circulation doesn't improve on its own, arteries don't clean themselves. And if you start today, if you make the decision right now to care for your body with the seriousness it deserves, then 6 months from now, you could be completely different. With firm erections, high energy, confidence back, active intimacy, a quality of life you thought you'd lost forever. And it's not an exaggeration. I've seen this happen hundreds of times with men at 60, 70, 80 years old. Men who were completely hopeless and who today are living better than they were at 50. So don't give up. Don't accept that it is what it is. Don't settle for the idea that you've lost your function forever. Because you haven't lost it, it's just blocked. And blockages can be opened. Circulation can be restored. Health can be recovered. All you need is to start. And starting doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be radical. It just needs to be today. Buy a pomegranate, buy a watermelon, buy dark grapes. Start with what you can, but start. If this content made sense to you, if you feel like you finally understood what's happening in your body, subscribe to the channel. Because here I talk about what almost no one explains with clarity. Information based on science, designed especially for men over 60 who want to live with health, energy, and dignity. And tell me in the comments which of these fruits you'll try first. I'll be reading because you're not alone in this. And you're not too old, you just didn't have the right information, now you do. The rest is up to you.